Hello, and welcome back to the Aligned Actor Pod Tube Stack. I'm Amy Schlurb, your friendly internet mindfulness and mindset coach for actors and creatives. Anybody who's chosen a creative career where it's unpredictable, there's lots of highs and lows, there's lots of ups and downs, twists and turns, we never know what's coming next. And that can be a lot to deal with. And I find that mindfulness and mindset work really helps us all to thrive mentally, emotionally, physically, in all areas and aspects of our creative life. So that is what I am here to do. I'm here to help us all thrive in that way. And one of the ways that I love to do that is by practicing mindfulness. And so I want to get us all practicing mindfulness as much as possible. So on this episode, we're going to be practicing mindfulness. Have I said mindfulness enough already in this episode? I don't think so. I could probably say it a lot more. So, mindfulness really does help us thrive physically, mentally, and emotionally in all areas and aspects of our creative lives. It helps us get rid of stress. It helps us calm our mind and our body. It helps us tune into and notice our emotions. It just helps us in so many different ways. It helps us become less reactive and more responsive. So we're not just reacting immediately to something that's going on. We're able to pause and go, okay, this is a situation I'm not enjoying. What can I do out of this situation, for example? So I was just recently on set and I had a really cool thing that I noticed when I was there that my mindfulness training really helped me get in a couple of extra rehearsals with my scene partner during that somewhat chaotic time that can happen where the actors are on set and they're adjusting cameras and lights around us, and maybe we've already rehearsed a little bit with the director, but like they're doing their last little adjustments here and there. And it can be great during that time to kind of stay fresh with your scene partner, run any last minute things that you want to go over. You want to make sure that you're like fresh and on the lines and everything like that. But that time's really chaotic because there's a lot happening around you, right? Like you got the DP adjusting something, and then you got somebody, maybe putting a tape measure in your face because they're trying to measure for focus and stuff like that. So there can be a lot of things happening around you. And mindfulness can really help you stay present and focused on the scene partner right in front of you who you're trying to work with. If you're trying to get in a last moment of connection, if you're trying to get in a last moment of running your lines a little bit just to make sure everybody feels comfortable. And I found that my mindfulness practice helped me tune out all the extra chaos that was happening around me and focus in on my scene partner and making sure that they felt supported, that I felt good with the lines, that we were all on the same page and feeling really good about what we were about to do so that we were ready the next time that the director called action. So mindfulness was really helpful to me in that respect. And then I also noticed that I was able to stay more present and immersed in the scenes like during the actual takes. So occasionally, and tell me if you relate to this, occasionally I would notice that my mind would be like, I'd be like doing the take with my scene partner right there, and then I'd start noticing that my mind would go, "Oh, wonder what the director thinks of this. I think it's going really well, but I wonder what the director thinks." And like, I think we're doing well. I hope we don't mess anything else up. I hope we don't mess up after this and stuff like that. And I would go, "Well, this is not helpful. This is not the scene. I shouldn't be out here judging and evaluating the scene. I should be here present with my scene partner in the scene." So my mindfulness training was able to help me go, oh, I'm over here in results land and in what other people think land. I'm going to come right back here and be present with my scene partner and listen and respond and do the work of the scene. So mindfulness was really, really helpful. It was really easy to notice that and then immediately come right back. And it made the work that day, I feel like it made it more immersive and more fun overall. So those moments illustrate how mindfulness and a regular mindfulness practice can really support us as actors on set, off set. It like it, they show up for us when we need them most. So when we have our regular mindfulness practice that we're doing, it then it becomes easier to do mindfulness and be mindful in general in other areas of our life. And then that can show up in the time and the spaces that we need it most. Like when we're on set and the stakes are high and like we're getting paid to do what we love to do, but it's important and it matters and we need to show up and we need to be present in those moments. And mindfulness training helps us do that. And as a reminder, mindfulness is incredibly simple. It's a special way of paying attention to the present moment with kindness and curiosity. Now, in the past, I've used the term non judgmental curiosity, but I've really been enjoying Mindfulness Daily with Tara Brach and Jack Kornfield. And it's a free 40-day course that I absolutely highly recommend. I will put a link in the show notes. And they often use the term kindness to describe the quality of mind cultivated through mindfulness. And I'm finding that I prefer that term as well. I prefer using the word kindness over non judgmental just because it keeps us focused on what to do in mindfulness, what to be practicing, rather than what not to do. Like, don't be judgmental. Instead, be kind. And when we cultivate the quality of kindness, there's not really usually judgment in kindness. So it works and does the same thing, but you're focusing on the positive aspects of it, like what to add, what to do, rather than the negative of like, take this away, don't be judgmental, which I just think is a healthy way to frame things in general. So, kindly and curiously pay attention to the present moment. So, I feel my breath flowing in and out of my body. I hear a plane going overhead. It's the last bit of the plane, but it's still there, and I notice that. And at other times as an actor, maybe I'm replaying that audition in my mind and I'm kicking myself for how I said that one line, and I notice regret within me for that. But I'm just going to let myself stay present to my breath and be kind to myself as I feel this. So, those are some examples of how we can practice mindfulness, how we can cultivate that kind and curious, mindful mindset. Because sensations, sounds, thoughts, moods, emotions, they're going to come and they're going to happen and they're going to come and go, and they're just a part of our present moment. And they will try to get our attention, and sometimes they'll try to latch onto it and like really pull our focus and our attention away from the present moment, and often to like, I'm going to make up a story about that audition, or I'm going to make up a story about that airplane, that like all airplanes are out to get me because they all go over when I'm trying to record a pod tube stack. That's not true, but maybe all of a sudden I start feeling that way. I don't know. But if anything gets our attention, if we notice that we're off in storyland, we're making up meaning about things, that's no big deal. It happens to all of us. It happens to everybody who practices mindfulness, from the people that have practiced for years and years and years to absolute beginners. Everybody deals with it. It's no big deal. And all you do is you just kindly and gently guide your focus back to your breath, back to the present moment. And there's no need ever to curse yourself out or berate your wandering mind. That really doesn't do you any good. And that's not kind. That's not being kind to yourself. And if one of the qualities of mindfulness is kindness, then in practicing mindfulness, we're practicing kindly coming back to the present moment, being aware of the present moment with kindness and curiosity. So, as Jack Kornfield likes to say in Mindfulness Daily, which again I will link up, gently bring the puppy back, which I just think is a really sweet way to put it, a really sweet sort of image to hold in your mind of, oh, my mind is like a little wandering puppy, and it goes off and it sniffs something over here, And I'm just going to gently bring it back. I'm not going to smack it with a newspaper. I'm just going to gently, maybe guide it with some kibble, back over to where I want it to be, back over to the present moment. So and I'm getting ahead of myself. And the more we practice that gentle, loving refocusing, the more gentle and compassionate we are with ourselves in general. And I think that that's a really, really healthy mindset to cultivate. And it's one I want to cultivate more and more in my life. And I hope that you do too. So let's go ahead and practice together now. As always, if you're driving or operating heavy machinery or doing something that requires your full attention, please come back to this later. It will be here for you. And if you go directly to my Substack to access this, or if you're already on my Substack, I just have the practice clipped out as its own little audio. So you just scroll through the text portion and you get to the audio and you'll see it there, and you can just go ahead and practice there. There you go. All right. But if you are ready to practice mindfulness with us right now, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable position for your body. And just let your body settle. Start to tune into your breath, noticing the inhales and the exhales as they travel in and out of your body. What is that sensation like when you bring air in? And when you expel air out? Focusing on your breath, finding it just however it is in this present moment. And now I'm going to invite you to come more present in your body and just notice what your body feels like right now in this moment. And you can start by noticing how your body moves and feels as you breathe. What does it feel like when your chest moves up and down with each breath? Can you feel your belly expanding and contracting? Just noticing kindly and with curiosity what your breath feels like as it moves in your body. And we're just going to stay right here witnessing our bodies breathing. And your body breathing is always happening in the present moment. So tuning into your breath at any time during your day, whether you're in line at the grocery store, if you're driving your car and stuck in traffic, if you're watching your favorite television show, your body is breathing in the present moment. Even if your mind is lost in thoughts about, this line is so long, I just want to check out. Or why is there so much traffic today? Or, you know what, season 1 was way better of this show than season 2. However your mind is in the present moment, your body and your breath is what's really anchored in the present. And so you can come back to your body and your breath and your experience of your breath whenever you need to find presence. And if you find that your mind wanders away from the present moment here as we're practicing together, if you're hearing an airplane go overhead and thinking, man, why does this always happen when I'm practicing mindfulness? That's okay. I'm just gonna stay with my breath, gently feeling my inhales and my exhales. Or if you notice that your mind wanders off into the future and goes, what's going to be the easiest thing for us to have for dinner? Do I have enough of that one ingredient on hand? I'm not really sure. Maybe I could substitute it with, oh, wait, that's for later. Right now, I'm just going to come back to my breath. Notice that my thoughts went off to the future. Maybe even label it as future thinking. And I'm going to return my focus to my breath. Noticing the breath, witnessing the breath. And then anytime the mind wanders away, just noticing where it went, maybe labeling that. Thinking about dinner. And then gently and kindly returning the focus to the breath. Simple, easy, rinse and repeat as often as you need. Over and over and over again. That's mindfulness. So now, as we bring this mindfulness session to a close, I just want you to feel proud of yourself for practicing today, for giving this moment to your mind and your body. And I want you to celebrate the fact that you showed up today and the fact that each of your mindfulness sessions will add up and they will make it easier and easier for you to stay present in your life, in your onset life, in your offset life. You can just stay present more often for your one and only beautiful life. And I think that's a wonderful thing. Now, as you feel ready, you can invite some gentle movement into your body. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. And now, as we're all enjoying the afterglow of that little mindfulness session, I know I feel a lot calmer. I was kind of keyed up coming into this because I wanted to get this recording done. And I felt like I had a lot of energy coming in, which is good. You want to have a lot of energy when you're recording a pod tube stack. And yeah, but I almost felt like I wasn't breathing in that first half. I was definitely breathing, but I had there's just a lot of energy. And so practicing mindfulness with you all right now, I was able to become more present, become more in my body, relax a little bit more in my body. Makes me think maybe I should do my own little small practice before I hit record on any of these. Just see what that does for me. I don't know. But there are so many great benefits of mindfulness, and I just want to remind you of them because they're so helpful for humans in general, and they're so great for actors specifically. Um, Something we just experienced right now, we can relax and relieve stress from our mind and our body. I got an instant calming effect. Probably you did too. We are also helping to restore our body and our mind, and that helps us to increase our energy, which we all need a lot of, actors especially, since we probably work a full time job and a full time career and a full time life. And humans need a lot of energy in general, too. There's so much energy that we need for life these days. And mindfulness helps us restore the body and restore the mind so that we have greater access to that energy so we can feel more energized. It, of course, helps us calm our nerves and get focused before a big scene. Like I was saying at the beginning of this whole thing, I was able to stay focused and present with my scene partner throughout all of the chaos on set around us. And it helps us stay more present in the work. It helps us really listen and react moment to moment, making scenes about connection and about listening and about being there with another actor. And that's what's really what we're doing in acting anyway, what we want to be doing in acting. So it really helps us with that. It always helps us get out of our head in auditions. So that thing that I was talking about where I was like, oh, I wonder what the director thinks of this. I wonder how the client feels about it. Oh, wait, got to come back to the scene and actually do the work that they're paying me to do. It's the same with auditions. So if I start going, oh, I wonder what will get me cast. I wonder what casting's looking for. I wonder what production's looking for in this. And I'm not in the scene, then I'm not turning in a very good self tape at that point, am I? So, mindfulness helps us notice when we've gotten in our head about our work so that we can come back into our bodies, come back into the present moment, into the actual work of the scene. Mindfulness can also help us notice when our inner critic is really loud and beating us up about various different things so that we can practice being kinder to ourselves because it's about kind curiosity. Oh, I notice that my inner critic is really loud. I know that they want the highest quality work from me. That's great, but maybe they could say it in a way that was a little kinder. Maybe I can practice being a little nicer to myself. Mindfulness can help us do that. It can also help us become less judgmental in general of ourselves and of others, allowing us to move through the world with more kindness and more peace. And finally, one of the best benefits is that it helps us ride that actor roller coaster, that creative career roller coaster, with more grace and more ease, handling all the ups and downs, the twists and turns without throwing up, without burning out, without becoming jaded and bitter about the industry and anything like that. If we can just stay present, if we can be open to our emotions, to our emotional experience of this whole career, then that helps us manage our feelings about it more easily, I think. Just practicing mindfulness helps us with that stress of this career, and it helps just make the whole thing easier. That and so much more. A regular mindfulness practice, even just 10 minutes a day, is going to give you so many benefits. It's going to make all these benefits like accessible to you, and then they'll keep being accessible to you, and every mindfulness session adds up. It's a cumulative effect. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, the more you're able to access these benefits and really thrive in a mindfulness practice and because of a mindfulness practice. So you'll find it easier and easier to do all of these things. And it just takes practice. So that's why we keep coming back. That's why we keep showing up here. That's why we keep practicing together. And speaking of mindfulness, I have a really special meditation for you. It's a free meditation that I created, and I call it my pre audition focusing meditation. And it's going to help you get out of your head and get into your character so that you can rock your next audition. It's going to help you calm your nerves because you can get that, like, okay, I'm settling down. I'm coming into my body. I'm coming into the present moment. It's going to help you get rid of distracting thoughts. How can I book this? What do they want? All that kind of stuff. It's going to help you let go of all of that and help you focus clearly and cleanly and directly on what your character wants in that scene and how they're going to get it. And that is what's the present moment for your character. And that's what's important in your work of that self tape or that audition or whatever. That's what's going to help you book. So if you can stay focused and present in your work, then you're going to be showing your best work to casting. And that's what I want for you. So you can go pick up that audio. It's absolutely free. The link is on my Substack and you can get it there. And yeah, that's what I have for you today. If you found this article, this post, this content, however you've consumed it today, helpful or inspiring, I would be so honored if you would leave a comment, if you'd share it with a pal, an actor buddy that could benefit from practicing mindfulness more regularly. You could also give a one-time donation. I would really appreciate that. Or you could consider becoming a paid subscriber on my Substack. That would be wonderful and fantastic. And paid subscribers get community Zooms once a month. We get together, we practice mindfulness, we do Q&As, we talk about mindfulness and mindset stuff, and we have a good time. So yeah, we're gonna do one of those pretty soon here in January. Yes. Yeah. So that's it. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and take care until next time. Bye.